Hi everyone. So for today's assignment, we have to discuss a group or a meeting that we were in. So the meeting that I was in actually happened last month. It was a mental health committee that I was able to join as part of my internship. Last month was Mental Health Awareness Month, and what we had to discuss was what we were going to do for a fair-like thing that the hospital was having. It was basically just who was going to be assigned to do what. The fair at the hospital was going to be just a long strip of tables, and people were just gonna walk up and just take a look at the different brochures and the different things that we had to offer. We also have a mental health unit in our hospital, and some of the people that actually run that unit were able to attend, and they were giving us different ideas and different ways of communicating with people that have different types of mental health issues. There was somebody out from the community that was from a different organization, and her son actually deals with a lot of mental health issues. So she was involved in the hospital, and she's always been involved with the hospital since her child was younger. So she consistently had to be in and out of the hospital. Therefore, she was very familiar with the behavioral health unit and the mental health unit. And kind of like, how, as a parent's point of view, which I thought was very interesting. There was the social worker that was involved in the mental health unit as well. And she gave us insight as far as the department, which was nice to find different types of social workers that were not just in the emergency room that I deal with, but different other units in the hospital. Some of the things that were discussed, like I said, was getting community resources in order for the fair to actually take place, different brochures, even things like pens and like candy, just things to advertise services in the community, whether it be Citrus or Larkin, just some behavioral health places that offer different types of services for our patients here in the hospital. The group was very relaxed. It was very low-key. We met at the Family Resource Center in the hospital, which was just an open lounge area, very makeshift, kind of just put some chairs together. Definitely not like in a board, like office or type setting. Everybody was in, regular clothes, and they were just, coming in and out as much as they could. There was the one person leading in. She was the one that was actually involved in spearheading the actual fair. So she was the one tasking the different things to the people that needed to be done, and she was the one organizing the actual times and who was going to be involved doing what. Kind of like from 10 to 12 you were going to be doing this, and from 12 to 2 you were going to be doing that, and we were able to kind of sign up for whatever time we thought we were going to be available to just help the people and actually, try to interact and just educate them as much as we can, which I thought was pretty interesting. It was very nice to just have one person to designate each task for each person, which was nice. And then after we spoke about that fair for the day, what we did was we got to discuss a little bit about how we would like to make changes to our behavioral health department and what changes can be done. Apparently, there are surveys that patients and families take when they get discharged from our behavioral health unit, and they are able to say what they liked and what they didn't like about the unit. And a lot of the times what the pediatric patients complain about the most is the food. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I guess it is very geared towards kids, and they did not like the fact that the food was not child friendly. So just different things that we can do to help them feel a little bit more comfortable. It's bad enough that they're separated from their families whenever they are bigger acted and have to stay a couple nights in our behavioral health unit, but we try to make the experience as comfortable as possible. Some other things that the parents also did not like, and they were saying that the surveys were reflecting it, were the visiting hours that the behavioral health unit had for our pediatric patients. I know that right now they're able to come 1 hour in the afternoon and then 1 hour at night. And the parents were saying that they would like to come in for longer, and we tried to speak to the director of the behavioral health unit. Unfortunately, she stated that because of change of shift and because of the groups that the patients were in, that unfortunately there was not a way to extend the times, and that's why they originally had 2 hours at night, and instead they separated it, 1 in the afternoon and 1 at night, so it can probably hit more people. And of course, you're never going to make anyone happy. To answer the last question, if I was facilitating the group, would I make any changes? The only thing that I think I would have done differently is I would have actually had somebody type up some minutes, just to make it official, specifically everything that was written. And I would have liked to actually have like an email or like a paper trail afterwards, just discussing everything, just stating, okay, this was what this was discussed, and this was what needed to be done, and so is going to be in charge of this, and so is going to be in charge of that. Just to kind of recap everything that was discussed in case you missed anything, or the people that weren't allowed to attend, weren't able to attend, and actually were a part of the meeting. They're aware of what's going on, so you have an idea, and you're even able to maybe print it out for the next meeting that you're going to be having, so everybody could be on the same page. So I think I would have done that differently, but I think the way she was able to let everybody give their own opinion and kind of use the different resources and the different areas that we had represented was very good. So that's about it. I learned a lot, and was excited to work with them, and I hope to work with them later on. Bye, guys.